From Harold Washington to Harold's Chicken and everything in between and beyond, SoCHiology is the exploration of Chicago culture, history, legends, stories, and fiction through a myriad of discussions with Chicagoans themselves. This episode is titled Chicago-N-EAT. See what I did there? Corny, but I don't care. But anyway, this episode is just a conversation with two Chicagoan foodies as they talk about some of their favorite spots in the city to grab a quick bite to eat or to dine in if you so choose to. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, y'all like food. Okay, y'all like food.
Yes.
Both y'all like Harold's. So let's just open up this episode. What's y'all favorite Harold's location? Ryan, you go first. Ladies first.
Right now, it is the 87th Street east of Stony, not the one right off the Dan Ryan, which is inside that gas station. Since they closed that main location on 87th Street,
Are you talking about the one on 87, like by East End?
Yes.
I'm with you.
Okay. That one.
I'll be mine.
Yeah, that one has been my number one go-to, both in person and ordering on Grubhub. The chicken is always fresh out the grease hot, even when it's coming from Grubhub.
Okay.
The order has always been correct.
Okay.
I think 9 times out of 10, they may have gotten my order wrong once. And it wasn't no big deal because I still ate the chicken because it was still fresh out the grease hot.
Still ate it.
And my second one is a tie really between 35th, the one on 35th between Indiana and
yes.
Well, there we go.
Michigan.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go. Well, I don't have any more heroes in the city because those are my two.
Okay. See, all right, cool. We on the same page.
We're all in agreement here. Okay.
Yeah,
Continue.
that's a good thing.
Continue.
That's a good thing. And then the third, the one that is tied with is the one on Wabash over there by Columbia. Surprisingly, the chicken there is really good.
South Loop,
South Loop location on Wabash, not the one on Michigan. That's a nice bar. I haven't been in there yet, but that one when I'm downtown in one of the hotels right off Michigan, that's my go-to Harold's.
Samuel, can you expound on her list?
I'll add a third one then. So I grew up in the burbs. So I'm from Hazel Crest. I'm a big fan of the one on 183rd. Right off of Kedzie, like off 183rd and Kedzie. As far as the ones from the suburbs, the only reason, I'm biased to that one because that's the one I used to go to all the time because that's my neighborhood. The only issue that I had with them is the fact that you got to pay for the sauce, and they don't. It's been years since I've been. It's been a few years since I've been, but when I was out there in the burbs, that was the one. But I also like the Harold's. What's that? 100 and no, I'm sorry. It's one on 87th and There's one on 87th and Kids. That's the closest one to me. And I actually like them. The only thing I have with them is the time. And this is pretty much all black. It seems like all black-owned restaurants. I can't make a call in past 7. That's the only issue I have with that location is, if I want to make my call, if I want to call my order in, I got to call before a certain time. I was saying taking them, but y'all close at like 10. You feel me? But other than that, I don't know what that's all about, but other than that, that's the one that I like in this area. But the first two you said, the one I remember when the one on 87th and what's that, East End, when they opened, because I live like 2 minutes from there, and I ate, and they opened during the pandemic. If you look at pictures of me from the pandemic. Before I moved from that area, I was big as hell because I was eating that shit every week, if not every other day, damn near. Because like you said, the food was fresh and you didn't have to sit there and wait 20, 30 minutes for your order. Your shit was done in 10, 15. If you frying chicken at home, it takes 15 and it's 10, 15 minutes at the most. There, it's about the same. Fries is always fresh. The chicken is always fresh. You can tell they clean and change their grease. And
that too.
They're not stingy.
That's important.
Yeah, they're not.
Not
I
at
used to
all.
work at a Harold.
Not at all. Yeah.
My top would be 127 in Halsted, which is like borderline Chicago, Cal Parkish / Riverdale.
127.
Yeah, that's literally my favorite. Basically, everything y'all said about 87th and East End, I can say the same about them. You never really have to wait, and you can go in there and order your food, and you ain't gonna wait long. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You ain't even gotta call it in. You can walk up in there, be like, "Look, I need 4-piece, 6-piece." You'll wait like maybe 10 minutes max, and you up out of there. So 127 in Halsted. I do love 35th. I love 35th. A lot of people I feel like sleep on 35th, but 35th never missed with me. 35th never missed with me. The one you speak to on Wabash, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but they're not bad though. I do agree with you on that.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of people sleep on it because of the location, but it's really not bad. Like they're actually pretty good. My only issue with 87th and State, the little one by the gas station, is they inconsistent.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll hit, other times the chicken be soggy as hell, man. Like, yeah.
I can actually tell you, I ordered from there not too long ago. I would say about a week or so ago. And the wings still had feathers.
Ew.
So they fried the chicken with the feathers still in it. Like they didn't bother to really pluck the feathers out of the wings. Yeah, and for me that's the most terrible because nobody wants to even open up their chicken and see hard fried feathers in a 6-piece. So I've been very wary of that location since they moved out of the
big one,
plaza.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't. I've heard from other people it's been inconsistent. On top of that, it's small inside. So it's a no for me on that one. I can't. And then the other no for me is 75th and King Drive. Simply because
I ain't fucking with shit on King Drive.
I'm close. That's the one closest to my house. And I went in there one time. And because I ordered ahead, thinking that it was gonna be ready. I'm used to that. I'm used to ordering ahead. It's gonna be ready when I get there. And not only was it not ready, it was at least a 15-minute wait because there were 3 other people ahead of me. So I'm sitting in there waiting for my order. They moved slow as shit. The chicken was all right, but it wasn't worth all that trouble. So 75th was like, that's a desperation location for me. And then the one on Cottage, that used to be my go-to because I stayed on Evans up until 2013, and that was my go-to location. And they were good, even though they had different managers and they moved into different spots around Cottage Grove because they were on one side of the street a few years, and then they were on the other side of the street a few years, and then they came back to the same side for now where they're at now. And it's been okay. That's my brother's go-to, but I'm like, I don't want to order from here. And the chicken costs more at that location for some reason. And I'm like, why ain't the price consistent throughout at least a 5-mile radius between 87th and 75th? Right. Chicken is already high. And y'all cost the most. So again, those are like you said, Hail Mary desperation locations if I really, really want some Harold's.
Now, I will say, Sam said he likes 87th and Kansas. I ain't never been to that one, but that chicken coop over there, though. That chicken coop.
You know what? And you know what's crazy? I know the owners or the founders of the chicken coop. You know what I'm saying? Because those same owners owned the Harold's that was opened up by the mall. I mean, I'm sorry, not the mall, by the show in Country Club Hills.
Yeah.
And so I've never been. I think I'm more locked in with just the name Harold's itself, but it's the same shit.
It's the same thing.
What I'm saying? It's the same thing.
Yeah, that chicken coop, and they not stingy. They gonna pack this shit out. Look, you order 6-piece, they gonna give you like 1 million fries,
See, that's what I need right there. I need all the fries you can give me.
Like, yeah, they gonna give you 1,000,000 fries. The wings gonna be all decent size. You ain't gonna have like one little wing.
But what kind of fries are they though? That's also important. What kind of fries are
they? They crinkle fries. Crinkle.
I'm gonna go there tonight then.
Yeah, crinkle fries.
That's local.
Now, I haven't been there in a minute, so I don't know if they switched it up. But last time I've been there, when I used to go, they were crinkle fries. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, that's important too, because I don't think we value enough the importance of how those fries are. And if your fries are trash, I can't go.
Yeah. Yeah, the fries are very important. The fries are very important. I remember it was a time where 6 piece was like $4. You know what I'm saying? And like you could still get like 1,000,000 fries, but those days are over with, unfortunately.
Look. If eggs is $37 for half a dozen, I can only imagine what 6 wings gonna cost in about 2 weeks.
All these chickens are pricey. So look, all right. So we talked about Harold's. Let's keep it consistent with chicken right quick. What's some other hidden gems that got good chicken? We ain't talking about Harold's. We ain't talking about Uncle Raymond's. We ain't even talking about
none of that.
Yeah, we ain't talking about that. Like, what's some spots that you won't even think about that got some good chicken that in the city?
Nah, my hidden gem is gone. So they gourmet chicken. Gourmet chicken was a restaurant on Cermak and Wabash by the other Harold's that is halfway decent. They had really good fried chicken. It was expensive. Granted, it was very pricey. 3 wings was $12. But
I would have turned the fuck around. Because ain't no way.
A 3-wing meal was $12, but the chicken was so juicy. It was fried well. It was well seasoned. They had other chicken dishes like, you can get a mix, breast, thigh, leg, get some of the cheaper price fried chicken pieces, but their wings and their potato wedges, they didn't have fries. They had seasoned potato wedges were really good. So if you wanted to blow a bag, gourmet chicken was the spot. But they aren't there anymore. They are now the restaurant that's occupying that space is Mustard Seed Kitchen. I haven't had anything from them yet, so I don't even know if they even do fried chicken. But my hidden gem is no longer with us. Yeah.
Rest in peace to them, man. Rest in peace to them. What about you, Sam? What's your hidden gem when it comes to this chicken stuff?
I don't even think it's a hidden gem anymore, but it was at one point.
Okay.
Wilma's over in Dalton, right there on 147.
Okay.
No,
okay.
Yeah, right there on Sibley. I have eaten there. Listen, shout out to my lovely co-host, Miss Kimberly with a Y.
Yes, Kimberly.
One thing that we do, we travel for food. You know what I'm saying? Friday nights, we usually go and have,
yes.
That's our planning night, whatever. We'll go get barbecue or we'll go somewhere. Wilma's is a place that I will travel to. I live by Midway. I will travel.
Oh yeah, you travel.
And I'm gonna let me tell you something.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on the map right now. You traveling.
Listen, driving from basically Midway to Dalton, that shit's still fresh when I get home. It's still hot by the time I get home. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
On top of that, if you waiting, you don't have a bad wait. Like you probably waiting about maybe 15, 20 minutes, depending on the traffic of the customers. But I've never waited longer than I had to. And even then, they serve alcohol up in there. They serve little slushies, like alcohol slushies, to help you to keep you, keep you together, because they know you're going to wait.
Yeah.
But the food is so good. You know what I'm saying? I know we talking about the chicken, but everything in there is good. I ain't had nothing bad, but the chicken specifically is fresh. It's not, and I'm gonna tell you something else I don't like about. You can tell the place is bad when you bite into it and that black stuff that's in it, like when they done, because at that point they done double dropped it. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't see that. You don't see all that extra that black stuff when you bite into it, because that turns me completely off. I don't even want to eat it no more. unless I'm drunk or high from my long night out kicking it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no, I ain't eating. I ain't messing with it.
I think
wellness is my spot.
A hidden gem for me is Dirty Tips on 47th. It's a soul food spot. They do soul food and fried chicken. Dirty Tips.
Okay.
They got some very good fried chicken. And like to your point, like all the food that I had there is good, but like as far as chicken go, it's pretty decent. I heard Judy's, which is a bar on 103rd in Roseland, has good chicken. I still ain't been there, and there is another guest that she wasn't able to make it. She goes there all the time for their damn chicken. Like anytime you going straight to a bar for chicken, you know the shit is good. So I'm gonna make my way there to Judy's eventually, one of these days. All right.
When you go, let me know. I'll go with you.
All right, cool. Let's move away from chicken. Just let's open it up real quick. Food in general. What's some hidden gems out here that people don't know about? Hood gems, out here on the south side, the burbs. We can even talk about the west side, even though I'm sure y'all probably don't venture that far. Miss Ryan Chanel, what do you recommend to the people? Or do you not eat food?
See, here's the thing with hidden gems, right? They lose that cachet of hidden gem once more and more people start to know
that's true
where to go, right?
That's true.
So to keep it a hidden gem, you kind of gotta only let certain people know where certain restaurants are. So it's not that I don't want to share, but it's just like
it's okay. It is okay.
That's my spot. I want to go there, but I'm mainly a sushi girl.
You're what?
See, that's the thing. I'm a sushi girl, so I love Asian cuisine. I love Chinese food. I love Thai food, but I am specifically a sushi person. So I can tell you for sure certain sushi spots that I go to that I've always gone to where the sushi is always good.
Okay.
Sushi Izakaya, which is downtown. I'm still hoping at least. I haven't been in a while. It's pre-pandemic. I would go all the time. They have a really good Miami roll. There is
Young Miami roll. Like what's it called?
Miami.
Okay. Got it.
And then the Rotary, which is Sushi Plus Rotary in Chinatown. They have 3 locations, but I go to the Chinatown one.
Okay.
Really good. Of course, it's like super bright neon lights in there. They got a robot serving you, bringing your food to your table. They got the little train that comes to your table with your sushi and stuff. I think they also have all you can eat as well. And then there's a sushi spot in Hyde Park. The name slips my mind, but it's right off 55th. If you go east past the viaduct, it's right before or right after the viaduct. And I'll send you the name. It's very quiet in there, but the sushi is always fresh.
Over there by that comic book store?
I don't know. Because I don't.
It's like a row of storefronts, right?
Yeah, it's a row of storefronts when you go east past the viaduct.
Right.
And if I wasn't on my phone, I would look it up real fast. But it's a sushi spot and then a Thai spot, Thai 55.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes, okay. That one right over there.
I never been there though.
Okay. Very, very small in there, but on some nights it's very packed because you got the university students in there. You got a lot of people who live in the neighborhood go in there and grab sushi and sit down. And then Maury's Deli, that's an old gym.
Thank you. It's right there on the same strip. It's on the
same, right. It's right there on the corner. People still don't know who or what Maury's Deli is, and I'm like, y'all are tripping. That's not even a hidden gem. That is a Chicago classic. It needs to be on the roster of like monuments. Like Maury's Deli is sure,
and it's never packed.
A classic deli. It's never packed because they get you in and out all the time.
They sandwiches. They got pastrami, turkey pastrami.
They got Italian beef. They got anything you want. You name it, they got it. And they gonna cook that shit up and put it together in 2 minutes.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and people can say what they want, but I choose that over AP Deli.
And where's this place at? Because I'm sorry, I've never been or heard of it. And where's this place again?
Murray's Deli is on 55th.
In Hyde Park.
It is 55th and Harper.
It's one of them streets. I don't know, but
yeah,
it's on 55th. It's east of the Viaduct, so it's east of Lake Park, and it's in Hyde Park. It's on 55th. It's on the corner. You can't miss it. Murray's Deli. You can do anything in it. You can play your lottery if you want to play lottery.
Yes, you can.
I'll play lottery.
So so it kind of gives you like a storefront feel, I'm assuming.
No, it's a walk-in restaurant. Like you ain't sitting.
Yeah, you can sit down in there.
Sit down in there. They got like a little stand. Yeah.
But I know you got some restaurants or some growth like little corner stores actually sell food and the shit be good. That's why I was wondering.
Right. No, it's an actual restaurant. It's an actual restaurant.
Yeah, because you're talking about playing lotto tickets and stuff. That's why I was like,
they got lotto tickets in there.
Yeah, they got the lotto machine in there.
Like the longest I had to wait was because the dude in front of me was playing like $20 worth of lottery. But yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that because they sandwiches are off the chain, dude. Like, and you're gonna be full. You're gonna be fucking
full. Very.
It ain't like, oh, I'm still hungry. Let me go to Chipotle. Nah, you're gonna be full. You know what I'm saying? And I will agree with you. I will say they got the edge of AP Deli, low key.
Yeah, slight edge, but it's the edge nonetheless.
Yeah, Murray's Deli. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a gem on the South Side, period. Not just Hyde Park. Like, period. A lot of people still ain't messing with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it ain't as popular as the home of the hoagies, you know, or as Taurus Flavors was. Is Taurus Flavors still around?
It's I know the Dalton, I think.
Oh, it's one in Dalton?
Yeah, I think there's just the one in Dalton because those girls crashed into the one on Stony Island.
Right. And it's out of there.
That was so terrible.
It was out of there. Yeah. It's out of there.
So and they recorded it. That was the funny part. Like
they recorded that?
They were Glorilla twerking on headlights before Glorilla was a thing, and then they crashed into the one good tourist we had. And somebody rolling by had recorded them. They had crashed into it, and it hasn't been the same since. So
that's messed up, man.
They was trapping out. They was trapping out the back of that mall before the city came and said, "No, y'all can't do that." I remember that.
Yeah, they was. They had a sign that said "Go to the back." I'm like, ain't nobody going to the back. That's scary, boy.
I remember that too.
For real.
So what about Burger Sam? So look, Sam be posting a lot of good stuff and he'll be saying the location. So
because he's my hidden gem.
Okay.
Well,
if it's a hidden gem you don't mind giving away, what is it?
All right. So it's not, so you know, I live in a primarily Mexican, Hispanic, I ain't gonna say Mexican, primarily Hispanic neighborhood. And West so it's hard for me to try,
West Lawn, Chicago Lawn over there in that area?
I'm in West Lawn. Yeah, I'm in West Lawn. So I'm over here. It's Archer Heights. It's obviously, like I said, West Lawn, Gage Park. These neighborhoods is the surrounding areas where I'm at. A place that I'll eat at no matter what. And since the pandemic, you have a lot of restaurants that are no longer 24 hours, but you have some that stay open at relatively late have relatively late hours. My place is La Coco's, and they're on 47th. They're between like 47th and Kersey and 47th and Pulaski, somewhere in that area. I can't give you a specific, but it's they sell everything from pizza to Italian beef to burgers and everything in between. But one thing, my favorite dish from there is their salads are really good.
So you just named all that shit, and you said the salads.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you something. I know that sounds crazy. Okay, I know that sounds crazy. But you know the food is good when the salad is good. So if the salad is good, everything is good. Now, outside the salad, because I'm not skinny by any stretch of the means, I am pretty husky. I will always settle for, I'll get the Italian mix. Actually, I just had one on Friday. Again, the Italian mix, from there. And and when I tell you my favorite places are places that give you all the fries they can give you, they give you all the fries they can give you.
I need that.
To where I can't even eat them all. You know what I'm saying? Reasonably priced. The people in there are cool. And they actually messed up my order on Friday and sent me a whole nother sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Delivered me a whole new sandwich that I didn't even touch. But just the fact that, they have great customer service. The food is really good. And, you're not waiting an extra long time for your food, like when you're there. I mean, obviously certain dishes you got to wait a little longer for, but for the most part, everything is good. But that's my go-to meal from them is the Italian mix with, dip lightly. Not like our one homie who shall remain nameless, who likes to eat her Italian beef dry. Shout out to her. We know who she is. Lightly dipped, American cheese, giardiniera, and sweet peppers on the side with an order of fries. And the Italian ice. The Italian ices are always made daily, and they're really, really good. With an Italian ice, and I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's my spot.
Okay. It's so, oh yeah. When you mentioned salads, it was a place in Dalton a long time ago called Salads Are Us, and I love that place. They long gone now. Like you drive past the building they used to be in, like the grass is like taller than me. But Salads Are Us was it back in Dalton, and I don't really order salads from places, but I will order a salad from there whenever any chance I had, you know what I'm saying? Because like they salads was thick, you know what I'm saying? They was thick, they was good. Salads Are Us, man, rest in peace to them. Now it is a spot that I want to try. I haven't got there yet. It's called Tailor Made Barbecue or something like that. Oh
yeah, I want to try them too, but they have been a little inconsistent from what I've heard. Yeah.
Oh man, what they be tweaking on?
What's the name of the place?
The name of the place is Tailor Made Q, and it's off 67th and Halsted.
I think it's 60. Yeah, it's off 67. I was going to say 60-30. Yeah, you're right. 67. Yeah.
Yeah. The food.
That's not far from me.
The food looks very good. Like amazing. without a shadow of a doubt, the food looks good. And he's actually had like celebrities come in there and order food. I know Anthony Anderson, he was in Chicago right when Tailor Made Q had kind of first opened. I don't know what he was in town for, but he was in town nonetheless. And there was like video of him going in there to order food. And he sang his praises for the food. But then other people, Chicagoans, people who live here, didn't have the best things to say about the food, didn't have the best things to say about the service. So he did shut down. And I only know this because I'm following the page on Instagram and on Facebook. They did shut down and they just reopened maybe about a month or so ago. So I'm weary again about places like that. Same with like kitchen and cocktails. Very weird with the service, very weird with the food. Inconsistencies, just like I don't know. There was a very lovely Italian restaurant here that y'all are occupying, and it could have stayed, in my opinion, if y'all was gonna do this. But I too want to try Tailor Made Q just to see what the hype is about.
Because the food looks good. It looks good.
The food looks very good.
It looks amazing. I'm like, damn, But
as y'all sitting there talking about this place, I'm looking it up right now because I live like about 10 minutes from there.
I'm not far from it either.
Let us know how it is, Sam.
Tailor Made Q, located at 6717 South Halsted.
Yep, right off.
I've seen this place before.
It's just south of Kennedy King.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like with a couple of kitchen cocktails, like I have no desire to go, and this ain't no knock on them, the owners. It's just like I've seen too many reviews from people that I know in my immediate network to where it's like I'm good on that.
Right.
Like I heard the drinks cost like $1 million, and it don't even get you drunk. If I'm gonna spend $1 million on some drinks, I need to be drunk. Like at least 48 Parish, they drinks don't get you drunk. Shout out. So we back at Hyde Park again.
Yeah, that's a place that I do want to try out.
Yeah, they drinks gonna get you drunk. But kitchen cocktails, I'm good on them. I heard too many bad experiences about the service, about cleanliness. I'm straight on that. You know, and that's the risk you take when you eat anywhere, right? Is cleanliness for customer service. But when people are saying it over and over, it's just like, I'm straight. So I hope TaylorMade Q don't live up to that negative connotation. Because I definitely wanted to try them for at least a month now. Like I've been saying to
people, but their ratings are pretty solid.
Okay.
So they got almost have a 4 out of 5 on a Grubhub and 4.5, 4 out of 5 on Uber Eats.
Okay.
4 out of 5 on Facebook. So you know, I'm looking, and they serve tacos. There you go.
They do serve tacos. The tacos is what drew. Yeah, because it's Chicago, so it's jerk tacos.
I'm okay, man. Never mind. I'm straight.
Well, I think most of them are jerk tacos. I'm just saying that's what I saw. So, I mean, and I'm glad that there are better reviews for the restaurant because now I'm more, you know, enticed to go and try the food out myself. Because when they were first open, it was like, the food's good, or the food ain't good, or the order's wrong, and this ain't what I got, and it's cold. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's not gonna work for me. And now they reopen and they have better reviews, so that sounds like it'll be worth the trouble.
I'm good on jerk tacos personally, but if people don't do nothing else, they're gonna jerk some tacos.
I'm ready for that era to be over, bro.
Yeah,
listen,
like I just want regular jerk chicken, bro. Like, what do y'all just get regular jerk chicken, or like, you know, curry goat, or, you know, oxtails, which I have never had in my entire life. I admit.
What, oxtail?
I never had oxtails a day in my life. I'm 34 years old.
Oxtails are cool. I don't. Yeah, I'm not into the big old hype about oxtails. I mean, they're cool, but it's not something that I gotta. Like, damn, I got a super craving for some oxtails.
Right.
Cool,
exact same.
You know,
same. Damn. Who craves oxtails? Who got some
good oxtails around here?
Right. And it's no shade, but I haven't had oxtails in a while. That's more like one of those big spend type of foods that you go out of your way to spend the extra money for, but it's not something that I have on a regular. I haven't had them in quite a while. But I also have no desire to like go out of my way to get them either. So it's just like, okay, oxtail's cool. Yeah.
So outside of sushi, what food gives you the desire to go out your way and get?
Is that for both of us?
That's hard because
that's for her, but I'm gonna get to you. Yeah.
That's
I just
hard
had to get my answer together. That's all.
You get this?
Okay.
Get it together.
That is hard because I will go out of my way for some good sushi. I don't know if there's a burger. I will say a burger. I also like burgers. The burger joint. The burger joint. Over there by Chinatown. Is really good. Mickey's, but it's no shade to the owner. That's my bro, you know. But it's sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes it's hit or miss. But overall, the experience, the customer service is really good. From what I've experienced, is just that 1 or 2 times out of the few times I've been there, I was just like, this ain't it. But Mickey's is really good. I don't have a lot of burger joints, but I know the burger joint is my go-to because they also have turkey burgers too.
You like Fred and Jack's?
No.
No, you don't like Fred and Jack's?
No. I have, and that's attached to an X, so no.
Big no. Okay. Damn. Said that's strong. Sam,
Fred and Jack's is okay. I've been there like twice. It's okay.
What about you? What you traveling out your way for?
Man, you know, I'm sitting here listening to her talk about her spots, and I wasn't even really thinking about mine. But honestly, you know, with me being from the south suburbs, Hazel Crest to be exact, everybody from Hazel Crest, Markham, Country Club Hills, we all know about Baba's. The original Baba's, though, right over there on 183rd and Cicero. That's between that and Ariston. Now, granted, my old feeble ass can't eat that shit for real like I used to, you know what I'm saying? But every now and again, if I'm feeling dangerous, I'm gonna go get a crispy Philly from Baba's. I'll get my gyro from Airstein. You know what I'm saying?
Airstein's high as hell.
I haven't been to Airstein's in a while. You know what I'm saying?
But they was high as hell a long time ago.
Man, listen. I remember when a gyro and fries from Airstein's used to be like $7. The last time I got a gyro and fries was like maybe a year or two ago from there, and it was like $11.
See?
So, and I gotta get everything. I gotta get the grilled onions with the sauce on the side to dip my fries in. You feel me? But it's been a while since I've been there. But Baba's ain't never let me down. They prices have been the same since I've been going there, and I first started going when I was in like 8th grade. I'm 35. I'm 35 years old. So I've been going there for over 20 years.
You see, damn, like we at the age where we can say we've been going places for 20 years. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Y'all old.
Damn near a quarter century, bro.
I turn 35 next month, so
it's fun over here. Everything hurts.
I'll be 35.
That's why my ass be ordering salads and shit while y'all was laughing.
Right. Yeah, I see why you're getting salads and shit now.
I'm not mad at a salad. A good salad will carry you. So
yeah, for real.
Shout out to
Baba's. But no, seriously, it's between Airstein's and Baba's. But then if I gotta go to a spot over in my neighborhood, I'm going to Mega Carnitas, which is a Mexican restaurant.
Clearly.
And
okay.
That's my local go-to spot. Like, I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like driving. I can walk to this place.
Oh yeah, that's lovely.
I'll be back home in 10 minutes.
That's lovely.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Airstein's and Baba's is definitely a hype now since we all live in the city. You know, I'm from Markham, south suburbs as well, but you know, I don't even be out there no more. We gonna wrap it up with the first breakfast of the day, the first meal of the day, which is breakfast. Do y'all eat breakfast? Do y'all go out to eat breakfast? If so, what's some of y'all favorite breakfast spots in the city?
Every now and again, I go to breakfast.
Yeah,
same.
So y'all don't really do the breakfast. Okay.
Now I do brunch, but that's different.
Yeah, that's way different. That's like a whole different scenario.
That's a different experience.
Yeah, different.
Yeah, I cook my own. Yeah, because I'll cook my own breakfast. So
I like Thomas's. You know, Thomas's is good.
Thomas's. I've had
Thomas's.
It's on 87th, just east of Stony.
Yeah, it's
I don't
right
know.
there next to the mirror. Right there
yeah. Okay. I haven't been there in a long time. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I think I know what you're
Thomas's is good. Dailies. I used to like Dailies. I still do, but I don't really go there like I used to. Anymore. Dailies on 6th Cottage Grove. There was a spot. What was the name of this breakfast spot? It was right off Garfield, 55th. They closed it though. Like they was good as hell. Like I can't think of the name. It was like 55th, right over like the same street where the bakery is, the old school bakery that's been closed our whole lives. It was literally across the street from there, right next to a car wash. I can't think of it. Miss Biscuit. There we go.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is that like the one off Halsted?
Miss Biscuit, they gone now though. Wait, they moved?
Okay.
That's what happened?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Miss Biscuit, they was good. And Ruin Hyde Park is pretty decent. No, you don't like them? Okay, that's cool too.
So I went
decent
there.
At best. They're decent at best.
It's decent. But I guess my expectation for it to be a Southern, specifically New Orleans type of cuisine, I was not expecting non-Blacks.
Yeah.
No shade, but I was not expecting that.
That's the facts.
Also, it's cold in there. When I went,
it was cold one time we went.
You sitting there eating with your hand in your sleeve with the fork sticking out because your hand's cold.
Oh, it was bad.
I was there with my mom, not my mom, with my father and his girlfriend because they live in Hyde Park and my father wanted to go. And I'm like, okay, cool, it's not a problem. I'll try it out. I love New Orleans Southern food.
Facts.
And
my favorite city outside.
I went in there, same. And I went in there and I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, okay, all right, this looks familiar. They got the, centuries old decor, that they raided a slave plantation. So they got the good, silverware, the good trays. I'm like, okay, they went to somebody's plantation to put this decor up. And hey, when you walk in there, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And the food was good, but I'm like, it's cold in here, and I wonder what the strategy is behind that, because it's cold in here. I have to hurry up and eat my food so that it stays warm and I can get up and get out. I was sitting at a spot where the thermostat was literally behind me, and it read like 60 something degrees, and I'm like, it's 40 outside. So why is it colder in here? And I feel more comfortable outside than I do in the restaurant.
That's crazy as hell. That's wild. They need to get that together.
So I was just like, no,
get ran up out of town.
It's all right. They will. I'm like, nah, I don't want to come back here, because if I have to wear 2 layers of winter jackets just to enjoy my meal, I don't. And again, like I said, I was like low key expecting like Black people to be back there cooking the food, but they weren't. And I was like, okay.
No Negroes.
Yeah.
Negroes back there.
Again, no shade, because they cooked it, but I was just like,
no Negroes back there. But they got the Negro decor though. They have the Negro decor.
They do have the 1847 decor.
Which is
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's in an area where, they want Negroes to be in the first place. As if people don't know, University of Chicago still has a lot of racism. Even back in the day, they enforced racial covenants. So it's just very telling that all is, we ain't gonna get deep with history today. But Samuel, can you wrap it up with like your favorite drunk high meal? And Ryan, if you indulge in certain activities, you can go after him.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite drunk high meal, that's different, because when I'm drunk, I want one type of thing because I need it to soak the alcohol up, and when I'm high, it's something different. So when I'm high, it's like I said, for me, it's Lococos, because when I get high, I'm usually at home, and so they deliver, and I can go ahead and just make my order, and I'll have it in about an hour and 15.
Okay.
But when I'm drunk, I gotta go. Look, Shark's gonna get my money if they open. Harold's gonna get my money if they take
anybody gonna get your money.
Not anybody's getting. Everybody ain't getting my money. Like, I prefer chicken when I'm drunk.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's between Harold's and you Sharks, depending on which one is closer to me and which one is open. So yeah, I don't like to see. I'm one of those type of people. I don't like to take chances with my bread. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to take chances on places.
Creature habit.
You know, like if I'm faded and I'm eating and the food isn't good and I'm gonna be pissed. Actually, I'll take that back. For the sake of the discussion, there's a place by me that's called Jackie's, and they're on like 50. They're like 50, like I want to say like 53rd and Pulaski. They're open usually pretty late, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a little greaser spot. You're not going in there to get anything crazy or nothing like that. It's a spot you can go get you you want to go get you a gyro burger, a couple pizza puffs, hot dog and fries, or Polish, whatever.
Oh, you lit.
So I'll for the sake of the discussion, I'll say I can go there for either when I'm either way. I'll go to Jackie's, go get a pizza, 2 pizza puffs, and a Polish.
And it's called what exactly?
Jackie's, Jacky. Yeah, apostrophe S.
Jackie's. Okay, I thought you were saying Jackson's. That's why I had to clarify. Okay, Jackie's.
Nah, Jackie's. Yeah,
Jackie's.
That's
okay.
my spot.
Okay.
That'll be my spot.
Okay, cool. Madam Ryan Chanel.
Yeah. So breakfast spot for me, because I didn't get the chance to say it, is Valois in Hyde Park.
Oh yes. How did I forget them? Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
And before they closed down, it was also Mellow Yellow. Mellow Yellow was a really good slept on breakfast spot that my father introduced me to. They're no longer there. Ooh Wee It Is now occupies that spot. So I was just like, okay. But breakfast food, quick, easy, get to sit down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Below hands
cash
down.
only. Cash only.
Cash only. They have not.
They gonna get
come
you
into the 21st century.
Look, the dude that be taking orders, he the MVP because he just be taking everybody order. He know what everybody be wanting. He be like, yeah, what you want? What you want? Okay, yeah. I'm like, gee.
He don't need pen and paper.
He don't need pen and paper. He just be like, all right, what you want? All right, cool. All right, next. Like, damn, okay. Yeah, the Lord's absolutely. I can't believe I forgot about them. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now as far as the other stuff.
Now, my drunk and or high go-tos are usually fast food chains.
Okay.
Hands down, White Castle right off 79.
Oh yeah.
Like that's without question, whether you're coming from some hood spot, coming from a trap house, coming from a house party kickback, and it's 2, 3, 4 in the morning and the line is already long.
Yeah.
It's still the go-to spot.
Yeah.
Also, Tempo. Tempo is a diner style restaurant in downtown. Coming from, what is that, Grits and Biscuits. Tempo was always the go-to spot, or any club in River North. Tempo was open, I want to say 22 out of 24 hours a day. And they had really good breakfast, really good diner food, but they're closed now, which I was shocked and saddened to hear because they're like closed down. I drove past there one time and I was like, they're not open. This is a travesty. But Tempo was one of those post-party link ups where we would go sober ourselves up with some pancakes and some bacon and some eggs.
Damn.
So real quick, not to cut anybody off because I know we gotta go, but we're not gonna sit here and act like we ain't fucking with the White Palace.
I was just gonna say, Tempo sounds like a new age White Palace based off what she was saying.
We ain't about to sit here and forget about the original.
Yeah, the OG.
Something. You gonna see something. You gonna see something up in there.
Yeah, the OG. Right?
You gonna see something.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't been to White Palace in years, but you ain't lying. Like back in that heavy college club era,
yes.
Was
yeah. I went to UIC, so it was after every party we was going to White Palace. Like
we would go after the shrine, remember the
shrine. Yep. After Wild Hair. Green Dolphin.
Oh man.
After that era, 2009 through 2012.
Yep. The dress shoes in the club era.
Man,
your business attire in the club,
that was wild. White Palace absolutely deserves his flowers. Like I said, I ain't been there in years and I really don't plan on but White Palace was the OG of this shit. They started this drug food shit,
they
started this.
That's our Waffle House, man.
And White Palace
is our Waffle House.
It's our Waffle House. It's been there for like decades, boy. Like I saw an old picture of White Palace, like when it was nothing else around it, though. It was like 1982. It was just White Palace on that corner. It wasn't no LA Fitness. It wasn't none of that other stuff. Like I'm like, damn, they done seen some shit. Those walls could talk. They done seen some shit.
And so could them floors. A lot of niggas on them floors.
Oh man, them floors been through it for real.
I think the only time they mop up in that bitch is when somebody gets shot. That's it. Cause them floors, man, you don't know what you gonna step on when you walk up in there. But I ain't been there in years. But yeah, White Palace, we gotta make sure that they recognize, man, as that staple because it's right there in the heart.
Yep.
And shout out to Maxwell's too, man, because we're not gonna forget them either.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good drunk.
Yeah, good old Maxwell.
Yeah, we ain't gonna forget about Maxwell.
Drunk.
Yeah, both of them right there off the E-way. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling, living their best life. They done seen some shit too.
If you enjoyed this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on right now, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, etc., leave a 5-star review and a comment. Let us know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to our sister podcast, Mogul Motivation, from True Stories Media.